So Pare has the dream of the thin cows and the fat cows and the wheat and the stalks. And in last week's parasha Miketz, he pulls Yosef out of the jail, and we know that Yosef interpreted the dreams. And in this week's parasha Vayigash, we see further where the Shvatim are already coming down. Yosef saved the day in Mitzrayim. He told Pare to store up food. And we also know that the famine was so severe in this dream that Pare had, that Yosef interpreted that the bad years would swallow up the good years. That means the famine would be so severe that it would exceed all the years of plenty that preceded the famine. And I think it's a Rashi that says that sometimes in life there's negativity, and the negativity in life can swallow up the positivity. And another way of describing this is sometimes everything is going fine, but life is going in a different direction to what we think it should be. In Western medicine, we call this anxiety. Now, another state when this happened was, I wouldn't say everything was the way it should be, but when Yosef was sold by the sons, by the Shvatim, and Yaakov was very distressed about it. And Yitzchak was able to see through prophecy that Yosef was fine, but he didn't tell Yaakov because he realized if Yaakov was meant to know, Hashem would tell him, and he didn't want to interfere. Now we know that Yaakov he lost his Ruach HaKodesh, he lost his divine prophecy from then until he found out that Yosef was alive. And it's so interesting to see that even Yaakov Avinu, he still had this pitfall of being sad and being anxious. And his whole problem was his worry, and was his grief, and was his sadness. That was his whole problem. Everything was fine. Yosef was alive. Everything was playing out exactly the way Hashem wanted it to be. But sometimes in our own cases, definitely in my life, sometimes I see life and I say, hey, this is not my vision. This is not what I decided should happen. And that is anxiety. Anxiety is that point of life not going the way we want it to. And I give everyone here a bracha that they should be able to find happiness and see the light in the gifts that Hashem has given them, and be able to appreciate what they have. Thank you, and good Shabbos.